Maybe he's good then.
No. I'm one of the good guys.
Or maybe not.
Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my review of Wolverine the Long Night. So there's a little something new there in the world of Marvel that hasn't really been done before. Stitcher Premium has created a new series with Marvel on their podcasting app, and I happen to already be a subscriber to Stitcher Premium because I enjoy some of the podcasts they host, such as Comedy Bang Bang, Freedom, Off Book, and a few others from the Earwolf family. So when this came out, as you imagine, I was pretty excited to check out this new Wolverine series in the form of an audio drama. That's interesting and something Marvel actually hasn't done a lot of. This is one of like 2 audio dramas they've done, the other one being for the Fantastic Four almost 5 decades ago. And audio dramas are a lot of fun. Doctor Who has a long history of using them to tell Apocrypha stories and stories that have actually bled their way into the main continuity of that franchise. So I'm pretty excited with the idea of Marvel doing more of these and having this as a kind of ongoing thing for creating content. Something they definitely don't do normally, and it would be a neat avenue for them to do going forward. Stitcher Premium is a great service to begin with anyways. The app is kind of garbage in terms of user interface, but the content is awesome. So I am all for this, as you might imagine. So I have not actually fully caught up to this series. I don't know how many episodes it's running. I think there's 7 or 8 out at this point, and I've made my way through a couple of those episodes. But that's okay because I already have a strong enough opinion of this that I can give it a recommendation. Wolverine the Long Night is a lot of fun. At first I was really worried when I was listening to it. It starts with these agents and one of them keeps using a fidget spinner. And the second I heard that, I was just like, oh no, like that is so dated already, let alone what it'll be like going forward. And I was worried we were going to get this horrible story that's just filled with some old writer trying to make all these references to current pop culture and things kids like in a Wolverine story that takes place in Alaska. That was terrifying, but as I found out, no. This is actually a really good series that does a lot right by Wolverine's character. It's a lot of fun, and it's a smartly written story and audio drama as well. A good audio drama relies on narration and other stuff to convey things that can't be conveyed in an audio-only medium. Because you don't have a lot of video, you can't rely on action scenes without having to telegraph what's going on or without it being kind of obvious or implied. Therefore, a lot of the typical action along the lines of superhero stories and comic book stuff is off the table. This is especially true for comic books, which are much more of a visual medium. So whoever wrote this did a really good job because they understand that, and a lot of the action and stuff involving Wolverine is told post hoc. The FBI investigators interview people who witness events with Logan, or they piece together crime scenes after they've happened. Both of which are excellent as storytelling techniques because they adequately convey what the story needs to tell without having to have the person listening piece it all together through sound effects and exposition. It feels very natural that way to have a character describe being saved by Wolverine on a boat, which is an awesome scene by the way, rather than have it somehow be conveyed through people going, oh look, that man is diving overboard to save that other man. That would feel very stilted and awkward, and that's not what The Long Night does. As for those agents, there's actually kind of a reason that guy is using a fidget spinner, and they're pretty interesting too. This isn't just a story about Wolverine. There's little extra details and stuff going on that surprised me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where the rest of the series goes. So overall, I do recommend it. I recommend Stitcher Premium's app as a whole. It's full of a lot of great podcasts, and certainly there's stuff on there you can find that would be interesting to you. More than anything else, I'd really like to see more of these audio dramas being produced, so I definitely recommend you check it out and give it your support. Like I said, if you have a good affinity for comedy and other fun stuff, there's a lot of comic book adjacent people already on Stitcher Premium anyways. Scott Aukerman, host of Comedy Bang Bang, has written a few Marvel comics in the past. Paul Scheer and Jason Mantzoukas have both been involved in comics quite a bit, and they're 2 of the hosts for How Did This Get Made? And there's other people who have more limited affinity with comic books but know a lot about it and make podcasts available on there. So check that stuff out if you're interested. It's definitely worth your time if you ask me. If you've listened to some or all of Wolverine the Long Night, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, or what you think of this review. Finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.